Hello. I'm here representing the Celestial Horizons team. First off, thank you for listening to our shows, for participating in the story, and for all of the generous support you give to this crazy project of ours. I've got an announcement for you. Unfortunately, after this episode of Dissonant Echoes, we will be suspending production on the podcast until some future date. We've been evaluating our own production processes and gathering feedback from you, our audience members, and have determined that Dissonant Echoes is not accomplishing what we hoped it would with the amount of time we're able to give to it. What's more, we found that we really miss the fact that everybody got to interact with Shattered Sleep on a regular basis. Right now, we're only able to tie the Choose Your Own Adventure modules and the Council of Eberus into an ongoing narrative once a month. We know we can do better than that. We miss feeling how tangible your decisions were in the context of the story. So rather than struggling forward with something that isn't quite working how we want it to, we're taking an indefinite break from Dissonant Echoes to create something more appropriate with the resources that we have available. But don't worry, we're not abandoning the story of Hypatia in 2721. We're just pivoting to a new angle on it. This new iteration takes place chronologically, right as the events of Dissonant Echoes are being left off, and will be called Midnight Sentry. Here's how we're changing things up. First, modules will release every 2 weeks, and with the exception of the first one, which comes out Wednesday, October 20th, will build off of the previous modules. The most reported decision from any given adventure becomes the starting point for the next one. You'll only have 1 week to submit an ending, though, before we have to incorporate it into the story. The Council of Eberus, our Patreon group, will receive briefings every 2 weeks instead of every month. These briefings will not only continue the development of the financial crisis that the station is facing, but also deal with a new, immediate problem. The decisions of the Council will shape the modules. As such, they only have 1 week to make their decisions. Think of the Council like Starfleet Command and the rest of the audience as the Enterprise in the modules. Third, a new podcast project called Midnight Sentry will release on YouTube on Wednesdays for Patreon supporters and on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcast on Thursdays for everybody else. We'll be making changes to the format that will allow us to respond to all of the interactions that we're having week to week. The first episode of that comes to everyone on October 28th and to Patreon on October 27th. We're super excited to put you all right in the middle of the action. For more information, check out our blog post on our website, celestialhorizons.io. Thank you for your patience as we continually improve on this project. Though right now we're just a small handful of people in our basements, working multiple jobs and cranking away at this in our off hours, we're able to accomplish so much because of your generous support. Sincerely, the Celestial Horizons team.